Hello everyone, my name is KCouchot and I've been doing YouTube for a while now, and it's kind of occurred to me that it seems that my instructional videos and my product review videos are the videos that are actually the only ones getting views, not so much the gameplay or anything else I've been posting. So I think it would be best if we kind of focused on those and just continue putting reviews out until we get a subscriber base going. But I do have a special product that I'd like to introduce to you guys today, and I recently purchased this and I'm very happy with it, how it turned out. It is the Retropie 5 USB controllers compatible with PC/Windows, Retropie, Mac, and more. So, well, as you can see here, they got the Sega Genesis 6-button controller, the N64 controller, a PlayStation controller, and then the classic Nintendo controller, and then the Super Nintendo controller. And they're all USB. They plug directly into whatever you need, and they're actually crafted extremely well. I'm very impressed by not only the box, but the quality of the controllers as well. Each one of these controllers are just really tight. All the buttons feel legit. They all look basically like the original controllers that you were playing on when you were a kid. And they surprised me in pretty much every single category. And we're gonna have these in the description down below for you to purchase as well through my Amazon Associates link. Yeah, like I was saying before, these Retropie USB Classic controllers are really, really nice. You might ask yourself, like, what can I do with a USB controller? Because it's obviously not going to plug into the original system. But with this being a classic controller, a lot of people would use it. You could use it for like really any game. Like if you bought a game off Steam or something like that. Like I'm sure it'd work with a lot of different games depending on what you get. But you can obviously either plug it into your computer or you plug it into something like a Raspberry Pi. Like that was the main list that they gave. They're like Windows PC, Retropie, Mac, and they put and more because obviously anything with USB has the potential of you configuring it correctly and actually getting it to work. Now I was like looking at each controllers. Like I was mentioning before, like how tight the controllers is. Like this N64 controller, like the movement on it, like you'd never pick up an original controller from an N64, especially from back in the day, and actually have a joystick that was like that responsive. Like it's brand new. Like all these controllers are super authentic. Like this one even has like the space for the rumble pack. Unfortunately, since it's like a USB controller, you can see in there, it's not actually designed to put a rumble pack in and actually have it work. That would be a really fancy N64 USB controller if they made something like that happen. But, it's just made so authentic that it actually still has the slot to like really feel like that classic controller. But other than that one feature, like these are legit. The 6-button Sega Genesis controller. You can't play Sega with the 3-button. You gotta have the 6-button controller. Now for the PlayStation controller, I'm actually going to make additional videos for this on this because this was a lifesaver. I was definitely having issues trying to play certain games with my Xbox One controller. There was like some input cancellations happening on my Xbox One controller that this controller literally solved. And these controllers are just so cheap. Like, it's incredible to think that like a $60 Xbox One controller, even if I plug my Elite controller into it, it done the same thing, and that's like $100 controller. This super cheap controller solved that controller's entire issue. Now I'm not sure if that's like goes across for everything. I don't know how well the new Astros controller is, but I know for the Xbox One Elite controller and probably maybe even the Scuff, you would all run into that input cancellation issue that I was experiencing. But yes, this is the Raspberry Pi. A lot of people use this for something called like emulation station, and like you would just plug each of these controllers into this. And a good thing for emulation is like I always use emulation like as a last resort to like, you know, mainly just to capture game footage at this point. I'm really just trying to like, you know, like in order to capture game footage in the highest quality, it's just emulation seems to be the best method for these old retro games. There's other more expensive methods you can use with some systems. You can like hook an HDMI adapter to and stuff like that, but you know, if you're trying to stream on Twitch, like, you know, it's not going to be the best quality when you like hook up your original NES for and like one of those like audio video inputs to like some super old capture card. Like, it's just not going to look the greatest. But with the Cantina kit, it pretty much gives you everything you need to get started. And then you can just download a program for like an OS. Like, I don't actually use the OS of the Cantina kit, but because it came with like, you know, something to cover the actual Raspberry Pi, because inside there it's just like a microchip. Like, it came with a case to cover it, and then it came with the HDMI cord, the power cord, and it also gave me an micro SD card. I actually upgraded my SD card. I didn't use the default for very long, but that just it coming with a SD card to begin with is a lifesaver and can really start getting you started. But they call it Retropie and Emulation Station. If anyone's new here, please like and subscribe, and also check out my associate links down in the description below. Have a nice day.